Hello everyone and welcome to Barrett-Jackson Scottsdale, here in the Valley of the Sun on a beautiful spring afternoon. I'm Bob Varsha, working with Steve Mignante, Rick DeBrule, Lynn Woodward, Tiffany Stone, Tyler Hoover, and Christian Murphy. And there's a look inside the acres of tents housing the dream rides that will cross the Barrett-Jackson block. Here is lot 993, a 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1, owned by comedian David Spade.
But he made a special piece to put in the glove box for the new owner of the car. So here you are, David Spade's Mach 1.
Well, this car was originally built with an H code, which is the 351 Windsor, new for 1969. An aftermarket aluminum intake manifold's been added. It would have had a two-barrel from the factory with 250 horsepower. Pretty peppy. It was the base engine in the Mach 1.
Yeah, David Spade, of course, made his name on Saturday Night Live and then went off to various movies, and it's very appropriate that this car would be selling here because he grew up in Scottsdale. Born, I think, someplace in the Midwest. Family moved here. I remember when he was on Saturday Night Live and when he first started to become a star, I was working for the NBC affiliate here in Phoenix, and we're like, we got to do a story of this guy. So we interviewed David's mom, who was absolutely a joy. Then we went back to New York and interviewed David, who was just a wonderful guy to get to play with. So now he's a car guy as well, and the fact that his Mach 1 is selling and it's nicely done. You know, and it's always interesting to think about what does celebrity provenance add to a car. At a lot, at a little, it's always hard to say until we see it up on the block.
You know, with the Mach 1, Ford tried to get some of the celebrity provenance of the Shelby applied to its relatively mundane fastback. The blacked out hood, the scoop, the hood pins, yes, these things were all standard equipment with the Mach 1. Base price on the Mach 1 was $3,122. By contrast, the base GT350 Mustang, which was its closest competitor, was $4,400. Mach 1 pretty much took the wind out of Shelby's sails.
One subtle design feature that I always love in the 69s that they lose in 1970, it's just a faux scoop. It's not real, but it just has a nice little bit of style that it adds.
You know, to that point, Rick, there's no doubt that the Ford stylists were emulating the Shelby add-on scoops of 67, 8, and 9 and says, hey, you know what, we can do that too. And here it is.
And it sells for $80,000. If you're looking in, David, there goes your car. Now on the block, did somebody say 1970 Chevelle LS6? Here's another one, and we're at $175.
But this one's slightly different than the last one. That's because this has a 4-speed up front. So yes, you would have paid more for the automatic back then, but today you're going to pay more for the 4-speed. And we're just about to hit $200,000, and we got that very quickly. We're there right now.
This one also has something unusual, the chambered exhaust. No mufflers under this one. What you'll see instead are pipes with dimples in them. This is the NC8 chambered exhaust system for $15.80. What you got was about another 15 horsepower thanks to the reduced back pressure. But again, a very rare option and also pretty controversial. It was almost too loud to be legal. Almost.
Wow, we're closing in on $250,000. And this is not a Coco car. Remember we talked about Cocos back in the day that had to be specially ordered? You could just get these from Chevrolet, and they made about 4,500 of these in 1970.
Yes! This one also has the 410 rear axle ratio. And again, that's a Sprinter, not a Cruiser.
And by the way, this is the second of 3 LS6s crossing the block here at Barrett-Jackson right now.
See inside, this has the bench seat. Buckets for extra cost.
$300,000.
Well, the auctioneer's going to wear out his gavel, hammering away at numbers like this. $300,000. Now, moving on to lot 1,300, a 1970 Shelby GT500.
Well, this one's very special. This was originally ordered with the V code 391 gears, and that makes it a Super Cobra Jet. This little puppy right here, this is something only found on Super Cobra Jets. That's an oil cooler. That's there to help maintain oil temperature so it doesn't break down and lose viscosity and lead to bearing failure. And again, it's a durability feature built into only the Super Cobra Jet 428s.
You're really looking at a car that wasn't supposed to exist. It's a 1970 which technically started its life as in 1969, but in 1969 they just couldn't sell them. They weren't as appealing, mainly because the Mach 1 had come out and there were cheaper alternatives. As a result, these were left over. They were re-VIN'd. It was a very special process they had to go through, and then they were sold. And now look at it. I think it's very well loved.
That's right, Rick. There were 789 69 Shelby GT350s and 500s that weren't sold at the end of the 69 model year. Now, to differentiate the 69s from the 70s, they added black stripes on the hood, the Boss Field 2 hood scoop, chin spoiler, but one thing that didn't get changed was the ignition key location. On all other 1970 Mustangs, the ignition key went to the steering column, but there was an easement granted to these cars, and the ignition remains on the dashboard. One of those little quirks.
The color is Gulfstream Aqua, the restoration spectacular. It's been living in a museum most recently. And for a long time, these last generation Shelbys really didn't bring the big money. It's nice to see as we close in on $200,000, it's getting appreciation.
Lot 1277 specialist update here for this 1967 Ford Mustang Custom Fastback. The 67 GT500 recreation undergone a fresh, no expense spared professional rotisserie restoration. 2,000 miles since its completion. Power comes from a rebuilt 428 cubic inch engine fitted with a modern fast fuel injection system. The 1967 Ford Mustang.
All right, $200 here, $200 down a bit here, $150 down a bit, $100. Down, got him here at 30. I'm a 20, got him here at 30. Come on, running, $100 down 30, $100 40, didn't make it, 40, 50. $100 down 50, 60. Down, 60 down, 70 down, 70 down, 80 down, $80 down, $90. I'm a 90, 100 down 10. I'm 110. I'm 100 down at the body, but you get 110 down at 10 out of 10. I'm 100 down at the baby, 10 down at 10 out of 10. 100 down at 10 out of 10. I'm 10 out of 10. I'm 100 out of 10. How do you want 105 down 10? I'm a 10, 15. Didn't make it, 20. I'm at 120 down 20. Gotta be 20. 120 down, didn't make it. You're late. 120 down 20 down at the baby, 20. I'm at down 20 down 20 down at 20. I'm down 5 down at 5 30 down at 130. I'm at 5 30 down at 30 down at 5 to get 30. I'm a 5 and 130. I'm 130 pounds. What do you want to do? I'm a 130 pound to get 30 down at 5 and 130. 120 pound to get 30 down at 5 5 5 I'm 5 and 5 5 5. I'm a 130 pound and I'm 5 5 8 to get down at 5. You say 5. 8 to get down 5 and I'm 5 5 and I'm 5 135. 8 now 40. I'm at 130 pound to get 40 down at 5 5 40. I'm at 140. I'm at 100 down at the baby to get 40 pound down at the baby to get 140. I'm at 40 down at the baby to get 40 pound down. Real quick, Reed.
An award-winning car, all the documentation, including a copy of the Marty report, sitting on BF Goodrich Tires Magstar aluminum wheels.
40, 140. Say 40. 130, thank you. Now 5 hat there. 830, thank you. I'm a date. You got to be 30. Second opportunity, sir. 838, 40. 138, 40. Is that right? 138, 40. Thank you. I'm at 8 40. Got to be 40. 8 down 40. Now 40. 8 down 40. 8 now 40. 138, 40. I'm at 138. Down 40. I'm at 138, 40. Hammers high. I'm at 138, 40. Now 5. I'm at 42. I'm at 40. I'm at 2 down. I got to go, Whitey. 140. I'm at 2 down. I'm at 142. 2 down. 2 Mitch, right? 140 down and down 2. 140 coming at you, Mitch. I'm at 140 down and down 2 and high. So 140,140.
Lot number 1321.1, 1952 Dodge Power Wagon custom pickup. Have a look here. Underwent a 2-year, 2,000-hour build, and here's a man here that can tell you a whole lot more about it than me.
This is an exceptional build. I've been involved with this vehicle for 2 years, followed it through the construction from restoration right up through where it sits today. This is a very unique car with the Cummins turbo diesel.
And Dave Wise is our resident Mopar guru, and when he says it's right, they're right. He is absolutely the man when it comes to these vehicles, and he was involved in the restoration. Trey, tell us a little bit more about the specifics.
Yeah, underwent a 2-year, 2,000-hour build. It was completed fall of 2020, powered by a turbocharged 5.9-liter Cummins. It's backed by a 48 RE ATS 4-speed overdrive automatic transmission.
All right, here now, 200. 200 out of the 25, 50. I'm a 25, 35 out of 150, 60. I'm at 50 down to 60, 75 out of 175, 85. I'm at 85 out of 195 out of 185, 95. I'm at 85 out of 95 out of 85, 95 out of 100. I'm at 100 down, 100 down, 125 out of 125 down, 125. 1 down to the bottom, now 50. 100 out of the bottom, 150. Now 75. I'm at 175 out of 175 out of 175. 200 down, down, 200. 2 down, down, 200 down, down, 2 down, 2. 200 down, down, 200. 2 down, down, 2 down, 2 down, 2 down, down, pair, down, pair. 175, 85. 185, 85, 85, 95. I'm at 290, 290. 190, 190, 190. 190, now 2. 200 down, down, 2 down, 2. 2 down, down, 200 down, down, 2. Now 10, 20. I'm at 10, 20 down, down, 10, 20 down, 20, 30 down, 30, 40. I'm at down 30 down, 40, 50 down, 250. I'm at 240 down, 50. 250 down, 40, 50. 240 down, 50. 240 down, 50 down, 50. Run with Woody all the way. 240 down, 50. Now 5. I'm at 45, 50. 245, I'm going to get 250,000 out here. 2 down, 50 down, 250. Now 5. I'm at 255, 5. Didn't make it. 60. 255, I'm going to get 60. I'm at 260,000 out of 60. I'm going to get 60 down, 60. Down here.
Brown interior's been designed to complement the new Piper M600
60,
aircraft.
70, now 80, 280, down, I'm going to get 80, down, I'm at 80, 70, down, I'm at 280, 270, down, I'm at 80, I'm at 270, down, I'm at 80, 275 and 280,000, 275, 280, I'm at 75, hammers high, I'm at 75, I'm at 180, I'm at 270. Josh is in the lead now. Josh is on the stage, 85, 285, I'm at 285, I'm at a mine by Sir, you owned it for a second, 285, 285, Tice is in, 280, 285, I'm at a 5, Tice, you 15, 285, I'm at 5, all in, hold on, 280, 285, I'm at 5, I'm at 5, Tice, you're out, 282, all in, hold on, 282, 285, change my board, 282, 285, 282, 5, and I sold it for $282,000 on the stage with John.
1969 Ford Mustang Boss 429.
Complete, well-documented history. These are marvelous driving cars. The sound, the feel, it's a Ferrari.
Go for it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, have a look here. 1394 is the lot number. 1967 Ferrari 275 GTB4, all matching numbers. This 4-cam 275 GTB comes with complete history from the day it left the factory in Italy. Fully restored with 60,000 actual miles, this Ferrari has recently received a complete engine overhaul completed at North Coast Exotics. Real deal.
Well, when you put together your list, or you ask people to put together a list of the top 10 most beautiful cars of all time, this is a car that will regularly appear. If it doesn't, you haven't looked at it close enough. Ferrari 275 GTB4. Beautiful long hood, spectacular engine, beautiful design. It's close to perfect.
Yeah, the 4 part of the GTP is not a reference to 4 seats. No, it refers to the 4 camshafts sitting on top of the 3.3-liter V12. The double cams allow for better ports and far better breathing than the single cam that came before.
Yeah, when the 4 came out, one of the visual distinctions was this hood bulge right here.
What you're hearing is money.
You can tell a difference, but we've seen this body copied over and over again. There's companies that have actually made replicas of it, but this is truly one of the ultimate cars of the world.
Yeah, this contour here at the back is just gorgeous. Almost identical to the 250 GT short wheelbase car. Same basic shape right here.
So don't forget, we've got multiple bidders in multiple directions. We've got people in the house, and I can look up and I can see Steve Davis. Normally they have a staffer on the phone, but Steve is on the phone with somebody working a bid.
Numbers come with complete history from the day it left the factory in
you were pointing out that tail. So many cars have used that same design element going past back from that point forward. Once again, everything about this car is so right. And it was really done in an era when Ferrari really wasn't using wind tunnels so much as just eyeing things. It's a Pininfarina design. The bodies were made by Shelby.
2,250. Hand-hammered aluminum. Ferrari is by no means in mass production now.
Yeah, that's us. We'll see what the buyer wants to do.
We had craftsmen working with leather bags and wooden molds and hammering the aluminum out to a wooden template, shaping it, getting perfect, and moving on to the next plate by hand. Aluminum.
A little over 300 of these were built, and once again, this is a GTB4. You talked about the 14s, but they also improved other aspects. They improved the suspension, they improved other things. So this is truly a better car than a base 275 GTB.
The guy just got it. He just tried to jump a
Any wire wheels,
that's us,
knockoffs were occasionally seen on these
We're going to have to do 2-3 at least.
durable magnesium 14-inch wheels.
So far, we're in the lead. We'll see what happens, brother. No, I think they're trying to grind him a little bit. Right now, I don't know.
Everybody put your hands together. And 2,300,000 under. And 2,300,000. I want to hear you out there, Scottsdale.
Make sure that they know we're in there.
And 2,300,000.
There was a reserve on this car, a minimum bid that had to be reached before the reserve would be lifted. It has been lifted. The car will
so
sell
far,
to
we're
the
going to
high
win
bid.
this thing. Yes! We just won, my man. You're the proud owner.
$2.25 million for a spectacular Ferrari.
The True Shelby. It's a special car. It's one of a kind. It's the only one like it. Stopped doing 190 miles an hour in Nevada, and it would do just a little over 3 seconds of 60 45 years ago.
Well, we couldn't have Carroll here again, but Aaron Shelby is coming up here with us. The stories Carroll told us about this car, and I didn't mention it when the 275 was up here, but the whole story of Carroll with his attorney going up to Tahoe, his attorney having a 275 Ferrari and at high altitude leaving him at 140 miles an hour. We actually interviewed the gentleman that built it, Lance. We went and met with him and he told us the whole story. It was a comp car, came back from Europe after being on a PR tour. It was in Europe with Ford's anticipation of winning Le Mans in 1966, which they did. When it came back, this 3015, 3014, its companion comp car, and 2 GT350Rs. Carroll, after being beat by his attorney and friend, told Lance, I want you to build a car that will beat my attorney's car. He took a full comp lightweight engine, put 2 blowers on it, Carroll's signature automatic transmission, turned the comp car into an SC so he could plate it, and then as his attorney said, at 140 miles an hour, this time it just exploded. As Carroll said, he got caught. He wasn't actually caught, he was actually doing a race across Nevada. Actually had the police chief with him in the passenger seat. They clocked him doing 190 miles an hour in the car. Carroll told us a lot of stories going through towns in the car. It's a piece of history. When we got it, we went through the car, everything works on it. All we did is polish it, clean it, and tune it. It's a fabulous car. You can feel Carroll when you're in this automobile. It's absolutely spectacular. There is only one Super Snake left. Another one was built for Bill Cosby. He returned it to Shelby America, and it no longer exists. The Cobra to end all Cobras, as was written in Road and Track in 1968 in February. This is the car. It's a piece of automotive history, the best Cobra on the planet, Carroll Shelby's personal Super Snake. Aaron, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, this is a...
Yeah, sorry, turn the mic off.
All right. Yes, definitely. If there's any Shelby out there that's going to bring some emotion, this is it. You played a little clip of the sale from 2008?
2007, yes.
2007. You saw the excitement. You saw Carroll's emotion about this car. This was a special car to Carroll. He loved this car. And this is something that he had built for himself. He had a lot of pride in this and loved to tell stories about driving this car. This is going to be something really special for somebody's collection out here, and looking forward to see who it ends up with tonight.
Well, it's a piece of history, Joseph. Let's do it again.
Well, this engine's equipped, obviously, with a couple of superchargers, but to make that possible, an Edelbrock XF66 cross ram was utilized. Now, Shelby made most of his manifolds in-house, but undoubtedly for this one-off or two-off situation, they turned instead to Edelbrock.
To make it work, it's got a rather ungainly-looking bulge on the hood and a scoop that goes into it. That's not about let's try and look cool. That's all about try to get air into that engine, and that's what it took to make it work.
I dare say that resembles the Boss 429 scoop of 2 years later. So you got to wonder if maybe the Ford Stars says, that's a pretty cool scoop. Make a note.
When Craig was talking, he referred to this as a comp car. It was originally built as a competition car, and that's what it went to Europe for. It wasn't race, but it was used as a press car because of what was going on with Ford. So this started life as a pure high-performance piece of machinery.
I don't know what else to say about it. It is a one-of-a-kind car. It is the only Cobra with a hood like this. Lance, when I talked to him, told me what they did to build this car. He's still available if anybody wants to talk to him. This is a crown jewel for anybody's collection. And, I had it in my garage. I'm tempted to bid on it if nobody else is going to start, because I love this car.
$4 million.
Well, underneath this beautiful aluminum body is a tube steel frame, and the 289 cars rode on 3-inch diameter tubes. Well, for the 427s, all that torque and weight, they went up to 4-inch diameter tubes. The aluminum on the body also got thicker than the 289 cars, so very unique. Of course, the 427 cars have the big quarter panels and much more aggressive looking car.
An interesting note, you'll notice it has an automatic transmission. He didn't want to mess with driving with the stick at that point. It was all about pure power because he wasn't going to be racing it side by side. He wanted to go fast and make it simple.
I don't know what else to say about it. The car is in impeccable condition. You can sense Carroll in it. I think Steve wants to say something.
He said everything he needs to say, but I got something else to say. That is arguably the most significant car of its kind in the world. That car literally embodies the American spirit. What we're all living and breathing today wouldn't be possible in the automotive world if it wasn't for the genius of Carroll Shelby. He harnessed all that energy and all that incredible enthusiasm and built a car that today is priceless, it's one of a kind, it's irreplaceable, rarity, collectability, desirability.
We're in the heart of Super Saturday Night now here at Barrett-Jackson Scottsdale. This is the moment selling Carroll Shelby's Super Snake Cobra. 2 hours of more coverage is headed your way on FYI.
Steve, you're exactly right. Again, this isn't something that Carroll just owned. This is something
What an
that he
incredible
created.
moment here at Barrett-Jackson
He had the passion to put this
Scottsdale,
together
selling
and
Carroll
challenged his
Shelby's
team.
Super
This
Snake
vehicle
427
together. It's
Cobra.
really something special. It's
We
gonna
are
be
at
great in somebody's
$4.5
collection.
million bid and counting.
We have seen this car cross the block twice before here at Barrett-Jackson. Each time it sold for $5 million. Let's see where it's going to go now. When Craig was up on the block a few moments ago, he made the comment, you know, I think I should bid on this. And it looks like that's exactly what he's done. He's removed himself from the position up above with the auctioneers and has joined the bidders.
C6 automatic, and this is not necessarily a negative. And for one thing, trying to control that power with a 4-speed, not much fun. Ford made an excellent automatic in the form of the C6, which has high line pressure. Basically, a heavy-duty drag race capable transmission has been installed here. The C6 is a great trainer.
Historical, what it represents, embodies the spirit, the entrepreneurial man that Carroll Shelby was, but more importantly, Shelby, Ford, all the people that touched that car absolutely live and breathe under the hood of that thing. It's an American treasure. Whoever owns it will have, in my opinion, one of the most incredible pieces of Americana that exists, regardless of the price. That's history. It's Americana.
$4 million.
$5 million.
Well, and they pointed out that there's a lot of originality still left on this car. In fact, they say it wasn't restored, it was renewed.
The reserve is off. There is no minimum bid that must be made before the car will sell. The reserve is off. The high bid will take the Super Snake.
Sold for $5 million.
And that's the bid, $5 million for the Super Snake.
Woody. Lot number 1270 rolling up on the block. 1970 Dodge Dart Swinger Custom Coupe. Professionally rebuilt from the frame up. No expense spared nor detail overlooked. Rebuilding this car to include all the modern features and the comforts while keeping the classic lines of the Dart. Have a look here, ladies and gentlemen. Lot number 1270, 1970 Dodge Dart Swinger Custom Coupe.
Right here, number the Dart, you're gonna get down around here, you're gonna get out of it, 200,000, you're gonna get out of it, 10, 20, hit 10 grand, you're gonna get down 20 grand, you're gonna get out of it, 20, 30, you're gonna get out of it, 30, 40, you're gonna get out of it, 40, you're gonna get out of it, 40, and 40 grand, you're gonna get out of it, get down 40, you're gonna get out of it, 30, 40, you're gonna get out 40, 50, you're gonna get out of it, 40, 50, 60, 60 grand, you're gonna get out of it, 60, you're gonna get out of it, get down 60, you're gonna get out of it, 50, 60, 60,000, you're gonna get down 60, 70 grand, you're gonna get upstairs VIP, plate, you're gonna get down 60, 70, 80, and all 80 grand, you're gonna get 80, you're gonna get 80, you're gonna get 80, you're gonna get 80, you're gonna get out of it, get 80 grand, out 80,000, you're gonna get out of it, get 80 grand, you're gonna get out of it, get 80, you're gonna get 80, you're gonna get 80, you're gonna get out of it, get 70, 80, you're gonna get 80,000. Power's provided by a 6.1 liter Gen 3 Hemi V8 engine that's backed by a Tremec TKO 5-speed manual transmission. 80, 90, and now 80, 90, at 80, 90, if you're going to get where's he at? You're going to get 80, 90, at 80, 90, if you're going to get out of it, you're going to get out of it, you're going to get 80, 90, if you're going to get 80, 90, if you're going to get 90, and 100, you're going to get down Blake's in, and now 90, and 100, and 90, if you're going to get 100, you're going to get down 10, and now 110, if you're going to get out 110, if you're going to get out of it, get down 110, and now 110, if you're going to get out of it, get down 110, if you're going to get out of it, get down 110, and now 110, if you're going to get out of it, get out, you're going to get out of it, get out, you're going to get out of it, get out 105, 110, and 105, if you're going to get down 10, if you're going to get out of it, get down 105, you're going to get out 110, and 105, you're going to get out 10, and out 110, you're going to get 100, you're going to get out 110, you're going to get out about 7, you're going to get out 105, you're going to get out of it, get 7. Last call, at 105, you're going to get out of it, get out 7, 7, 7, you're going to get out, you're at 105, is that right? You're going to get out 7, 110, Blake, got to be 110, and out 110, you're going to get out of it, get out 110, and out 110, you're going to get, come on, Kev, you're going to get out 110, you're going to get out of it, get out 10, 10, and out 110, you're going to get out of it, get 108, 110, and out 108, you're going to get out 10, you're going to go take little bites, and now you need to get out 108, you need to get out 10, you're going to get out 9 then, and out 9, you want it, you need to get out 10, you're going to get out 12, 112, and out 112, you're going to get out, come on, Kevin, you're going to get out 112, and out 112, you're going to get, oh, you're going to get out 112, and out 111 then, you're going to get out 111, you're going to get a small bite, you're going to get out 111, sold 110,000, internet.
Oh, 1358. The 1959 Chevrolet Corvette Custom Convertible. 1959 Pro Touring style Corvette, professionally built with a new 2020 Corvette LT1 direct injected 6.2 liter V8 engine. Puts out 460 horsepower, 150 miles on the build.
Right, how to get down 45. I'd had to get down, buddy, paying half of the dollar, don't have to get down to get a thing. I'd had to get down, buddy, paying 50, 50, 75, and $100,000, and $100,000, and $100,000 down to get down 125, now 50, $850,000, 75, on a pay to get down 175, 5, 5, 2, 2, 2, 2, $200,000, 25, now 50, and $250,000, and 2 and a half, on a pay to get down 250, now 75, and 275, 3, and $300,000 down to get down 3 to get down $300,000 down to get down, buddy, on a pay, and 3, 3, 3, quarter, 3 and a quarter, now half, a 350 on a pay to get down $350,000, a 350, 75, 4, and $400,000, and 400,000 down to get down 4, and $400,000 down to get down 4, a 4, 480, now 4, and $400,000, and 400, I had to get down $400,000 right here, and 400, Blake, you want $400,000, and 400,000 down to get down 85, now 4, you say 4, now quarter, and 4 and a quarter, and 425, and 425, 550, and $450,000 down to get down $450,000 on it, to get down $450,000, and 450, now 75, and 475, and 475, 475, 475, 500, and 500, and 500, and 500, and 525, and 525, now 50, and $550,000 on it, to get down, buddy, on it, to get down 5.5, and 5.5, and $600,000, and $600,000, and $600,000 down to get down, put a little money in the checking out of the savings, I had to get down, hey, 600, hey, $600,000 down to get down, buddy, pay all through. And $600,000, $600,000. Did you say 575? And $600,000, and $600,000, $600,000 is bid, and now 50, and 650, and 650, and 650. You want 25 on him here, and 625, 50, and $650,000 down to get up 50, 50, 50, and $650,000 everybody through. And 650 is bid, and 675, and 675 here. I get 650, 675, 675. You want 675, and 675, 700, and 700, and 700, and $700,000 down to $700,000 is bid, and 725, and 725, and 725 to get down 725 to get all through, all done, and 725, 50, and 750, and 750, and 750, and $750,000 down to get all through. 750 is bid, and $800,000, and 750, and $800,000, and $800,000. Everybody clap your hands. I have sold.
Yes.
$750,000.
Thank you. That's a Barrett-Jackson moment.
Lot number 1012, 1972 Chevrolet K10 custom pickup. Corrosion-free body has been completely sandblasted and metal and body work done at a top-tier finish. Powered by a completely rebuilt 454 cubic inch V8 Chevy big block engine, refinished in Hugger Orange, and hand-paint pinstriped valve covers backed by a turbo 400 automatic transmission.
I'd had to get down, buddy, paying half of it out of 100. I'd had to get down 10, 20, and $20,000 out of 30, 40, $40,000 out of $50,000, and $60,000 and $60,000, $70,000 and $70,000 down to get down to get down $70,000 down 80 on him, didn't make it $80,000 and 80 90 on to get down $90,000. You're out in the muscle lounge. $90,000 and $80,000 down to get down $90,000 and $90,000 now 90 now 100 on to get down 1 and $100,000 and $100,000 now 1 95 and 100 and 95 and $100,000 down to get down. Hey, muscle lounge 4 and 95 and $100,000 and 100 now 5 and 105 5 10 110 110 10 how to get down 10 where 110,000 on it 110,000 on it down to get down 15 20 $120,000 Jeff, you're out there 120,000 and 120,000 on it 5 you say 125, is that what you're saying? 115 now 120 115 120 115 120,000 down to get down 5 125 and 125 5 rods in the lead $120 now 5 anybody else trade 125.
Every nut, bolt, and bushing was replaced during the K10's restoration. Well over 800 hours were invested in the build. Nothing left untouched.
5 I had to get down 125 and $125,000. Everybody okay? I had to get down 120 now 5 to get down 500 rods in the lead. You want 2 and 122 2 to get down 2 and a half. So $120,000 rod.